Welcome back to part 4 of the Skyrim walkthrough. We just completed the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, and now we're going to start the questline, A Blade in the Dark. We're going to head over to Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood to talk to the innkeeper and rent the attic room.
Get me mad, and I'll prank you. And not a little, why?
You're that visitor been poking around. Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers. So you're the dragon I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me. Close the door. Now we can talk. The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. I hope so. You'll forgive me if I don't assume that something's true just because the Greybeards say so. I just handed you the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Does that make me Dragonborn too? I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. I shouldn't let you walk out of here knowing what you know. But I guess even my paranoia has its limits. You know where to find me when you change your mind. Because you will. The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. I hope so. You'll forgive me if I don't assume that something's true just because the Greybeards say so. I just handed you the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. I didn't go to all this trouble on... You ready to hear me out? Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, if you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place. I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. You're nothing, not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeard sent, and not some Thalmor plant. We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour? Good. And you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. Now something's happening to bring them back to life. And I need you to help me stop it. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds, and I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Kind Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. won't wait around for you to make up your mind. I'll give you a kind of...
Don't forget to grab the 3 weapons around the side. This blade sword is my favorite in my opinion, because it does 18 damage early on in the game.
What is it? Let's get going.
There are 2 ways to get to Kind's Grove. You can first follow Delphine as you will walk on foot, and the second option is to fast travel to the Whiterun stables and use the carriage ride.
Shouldn't leave these around the trip.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some count. They say the big old palace there was built by...
Once you use the carriage to Windhelm, you're going to want to follow the path as I do. The easiest way to kill this dragon is to keep your distance again and use a bow. Let Delphine get close with the sword as she'll do most of the damage up close and take your attention away from you.
nothing held back. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion, the ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Thalmor. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
After exhausting the dialogue, Delphine will want you to meet her back in Riverwood. Make sure you go back to High Hrothgar to talk to the Greybeards to return the horn of Jurgen Windcaller.
The horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Well done.
After completing the dialogue, you'll be given the third word of power for Unrelenting Force. Meet back in the center area to learn this word.
This shout is much more powerful. We would speak to you. Stand between us, prepare yourself. Liberals! Da man! Da rock! Don't forget, you have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
Now you have full power for Unrelenting Force. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have a good day, and stick around for part 5.